Hey guys, today is a pretty special day for me. After so many years of watching it on TV and watching it, in tournaments, I finally got one of those carom tables. So, if you don't know what three cushion or carom is, basically it's a 10-foot table. There's no pockets, and you only have three balls. It's red, yellow, and white. The goal here is to basically make a carom. So that means you have to, or when you play three cushion, you have to make three rail and a carom. So you have to, let's say I'm in the white ball, I'm going to have to hit the yellow, go long rail here, short rail, long, hit the red. You can do the reverse, start from the red, like three rail there. You can, go rail first. As long as you have three rails or more and the carom, your point is valid. So it's a very creative game, and you really never have an easy shot. Even when the shot's easy, there's a lot of kisses, there's a lot of problems, you always have to find the thing. And on top of that, you also have to play a position which is, unlike pool, very difficult to kind of see it, because in pool you kind of follow the balls, and it makes sense. At this game it's much more difficult, so especially for beginners it's a very, very hard game. I've always been fascinated by it since I started. I played Trickshots for like 11 years now, and as far as I remember, I watched those three cushion video and I took kind of inspiration from it. It was always, my go-to when I didn't have any idea what to do, and especially the artistic billiard videos, semi-second and everything. I watched everything I could, and finally after all these years, I got one. Pretty much had to change house for it, but we got one. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna enjoy this table as much as I can, but I also want to learn the game. I'm obviously really good at trick shots. I'm pretty decent in normal pool too, but at this game, I'm not so great. I can do some trick shot on it, but that's about it. The real game is very, very difficult. Obviously, it takes a long time to understand and to play really well. I used to play maybe once every month, the last few years, so I really didn't have time to get much better because, first off, it's difficult to find a table, and second off, you need to spend the hours. But now that I got this table at home, I just can't wait to actually get better at it. Now, to give you an idea, basically, a professional player, carom player, would basically keep average. So that means how many points you're going to make per inning. So usually a professional player is going to play always over one average, and usually even more, 1.5. Carom, which is one of the best players right now, usually plays almost 2 every time, which is pretty crazy. That means every time you go to the table, he's going to make 2 points. I think at my level right now, I play about 0.5, which means I make 1 point every 2 innings. And trust me, it's already pretty difficult. It looks like it's nothing, but it's much more difficult. So, now that I got this table, I want to start a new series for you guys, and I'm going to call that The Road to 1 Average. So basically, I'm going to try to show you my learning path, and what it takes for me to get better at this game, and how do I reach not a professional level, but a decent level that I'm able to go and pretty much enjoy myself. So there we go, road to 1 average. Alright, so before we start the game, I wanted to kind of explain you the rules. So first off, the opening point is always going to be like that. So it's going to be the red there, cue ball down there, and the yellow out in the middle as well. It's basically the normal way to start a game. The only difference is because I don't have an opponent, what I'm going to do is I'm going to alternate. So I'm going to shoot one time with the cue ball, the white ball. Then if I miss, I'm going to go to the yellow ball, and keep going like that. So the reason for that is I don't want just to keep the white ball, and let's say I have a tough shot, and then I would just kind of move the ball and try to play position for the next shot so I don't miss the next one. So I want to keep the game as random as possible and as close as possible to what if I had an opponent. Every shot, every time I'm going to change ball is going to count as an inning, and as soon as I reach 25 points, I'm pretty much going to stop the game. So, we'll see how it goes. I'm going to try to do that every week and see, what can I do to get better, and, what tips or what system I can teach you at the same time, as far as getting better at this game. I hope you guys are gonna enjoy that, and yeah, let's start the game right now. Hey, so that was the first game. I kind of kept track on it, at least I tried to. First game for this series at least. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on the computer, I'm going to review everything, check how many innings and how many points, and from there I'll kind of debrief a little better. Alright, so waiting on the computer, kind of looked at the video, and I am very, very pleasantly surprised. So it looks like I made 25 points in 35 innings, which is an average of 0.714. Honestly, it's probably the best game I've played in the last 6 months. I'm not too sure why or how. I guess I played pretty good for my level. And I don't know if it's because I had no opponent and because it was my table at home. It was easier than I thought. I'm honestly surprised. I thought it was going to be 0.5. I'm already at 0.7. So I suppose it might be a little easier to get this one average sooner than I thought. It might as well be a fluke too, and I just maybe got lucky, and it seemed like I had a lot of pretty easy position that I know, so I don't want to get ahead of myself too much, but yeah, pretty happy with the practice session. I really hope you guys are going to enjoy this series. Don't hesitate, comment below any questions, whatever I use, the cue, the game, please let me know, I'll try my best to answer, and see you next week for the second episode.